I believe in you. Okay. See, that's one of the things about these participatory things like participatory democracy. Whoever speaks the fucking loudest gets the most things, you know what I mean? And it's actually not a perfect system. It didn't work for Periclean Athens. It doesn't really work perfectly right now either. So there we go right back there. That's the Ionian revolt happening over there if you guys studied your ancient history. Wow, is that fun or what, me talking about ancient Greek history instead of doing a goddamn encore? This is the titular track to the last record called Peculiar Missouri. It's about living in a little town, or about passing through a little town called Peculiar, Missouri. This requires a little leap of imagination on your part if you're willing to do it with me, wherein you pretend that you're living inside of a van with me, and you have been living inside of a van with me for like 6 months, okay? Can we do that together? Okay, all right. Go ahead and roll down the window. I'm sorry about that. So we're driving home after many months away, but to pass through the city of Peculiar in the state of Missouri as we do always, right before we hit the loving cradle of those hills of home. Now let me tell you, friends, there's nothing odd about the city of Peculiar, M.O. Hell, you can pull out your Google box and look at the hell up yourself. You'll see that even the name has got a boring-ass backstory. Yeah, it's an old railroad town that turned into a suburb that begat an exurb that turned into a certifiable grade A USDA small town anywhere, everywhere USA. You know, it's a town, kind of crappy little ass town you've already been to. Even if you haven't ever stepped foot in it, you know about what to expect. Yeah, if America had a great big waiting room, it'd be somewhere in the Midwest. And, you know, if you were trapped inside that great big Midwestern waiting room, looking for something to do, waiting for a doctor outside your insurance plan to charge you $1,000 to basically look at you and say, eat a little bit less sugar. Maybe wrap it up next time. Well, you might find yourself looking for a little bit of entertainment, reveling in the irony that you're in a reception room and there's no reception, so you can't look at your cell phone. You're looking for a little entertainment, anything to deaden the pain of this great big Midwestern waiting room. And there you see it, shining like a ding-dang shrine on the countertop. Golf Digest 2009, maybe Men's Health 2004. Use your imagination, right? Yeah. Something with Tiger Woods or Lance Armstrong still on the cover. Simpler times, you think to yourself as you reach for the magazine. You crack it open to the center fold where you see a teeny tiny ad for the hamlet of Peculiar, Missouri, proudly proclaiming the town's dumbass little motto, Peculiar, Missouri. A place where the odds are always with you. And it's not weird if you love it here. So friend, come on, pull off the highway, damn it. You're driving this rig, remember? God, where do you go? Flight's a fantasy every now and again. Look out for that pickup truck. Oh, Jesus. People drive crazy around here. Hanger Richard here. Ricky, there you go, good. I bet you know where we're going already, though, friends. Yeah, short of any public amenities, there's about one place you can rest and get a bite to eat after sundown, a little town like this. Yeah, there's no BLM-free campground. There's no YMCA. I didn't know you could actually stay at the YMCA. I've heard it's fun to stay at the YMCA, but I've never done it myself. No Red Roof Inn and a homeless shelter would be impossible for a couple of good-looking young men in cowboy hats, so it's looking like the Wally world. Yeah, we got a standing invitation to the hideous halogen bulbs of the all-night Walmart, where an uneasy truce abides between the traveling kind and the megacorporations that deign to keep us from using our advanced degrees for the betterment of mankind. We're going to jump in there, we're going to have ourselves a little party. What do you think? We step outside of the car. You slam the door because you're a little tired of my bullshit. Makes me jump. We walk up towards the Wally world. I reach out, I try to grab your hand, you slough me off. We walk up and the door slides open. We step inside. And that blast of cool air hits us. And that sweet old man greets us. And can't you see how everything in here is glowing, friend? resplendent with objects from China, Indonesia, Bangladesh, and beyond, so clean, so sweet, so friendly. Oh, friend, I'm no fan of the way a megastore has replaced every mom and pop coast to coast, but I swear to God that here, in the place you can get the same deck of cards in Tucumcari in Alberta, and the same pack of rubbers in Minnetonka and Minneapolis, I might just fall to my knees at the glory and abundance that is the sameness of all things. All things partying away in the last age of a godforsaken Babylon. It's like we're waiting on the oceans to rise, like we're waiting for New York City and LA to get swallowed up, like we're waiting on our own personal and private apocalypses. Well, friend, I think we might need to get the fuck out of here. It seems like I'm having a come apart here in the cosmetics aisle, wondering about the cosmos and trying to ascertain what the right shade of lip gloss is to cover up the joy and shame of living your own accursed existence on this godforsaken rock. And while we stand here and earnestly consider whether or not we're gonna shoplift this coral color of lip gloss that we've agreed upon through only mutual and sustained eye contact, let us also briefly consider, friend, how we might be too much for the world, how we might not have done enough for the world, how we might be the last generation of people to have these middle-class lifestyles where we stare down at a supercomputer that advertises at us at speeds so deeply inhuman that it would make our grandparents literally vomit from confusion. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of people over in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, or whatever the hell they're calling that country these days, who wish they weren't born at all because all they do, sun up to sundown for zero pay, is do like a bunch of digging for a little piece of cobalt that goes inside of that supercomputer. And in the meantime, there's a bunch of rich people getting on a damn spaceship trying to go up to Mars or whatever the hell it is that we're doing. So we stand down here increasingly dissatisfied with having everything and waiting for the wars for oil to turn into wars for water. We pocket the lip gloss. We pocket a second color. We consider pocketing a third. It'd be too far. We look at the door. That ancient bastard is still standing guard over there. He don't look so friendly anymore. We walk right past him. The door slides open. We step outside into the night. And friend, that was when you turned to me and you pointed upwards to a single shooting star directly in the center of the sky. And you took my hand then and you said, "Give me hunger, O you gods that sit and give the world its orders. Give me hunger, pain, and want. Shut me out with shame and failure from your doors of gold and fame. Give me your shabbiest, weariest hunger, but leave for me a little love, a voice to speak to at day's end, a hand to touch in the dark room, breaking up the long loneliness. In the dusk of the day shapes, let's be this one little wandering western star, thrust out from the changing shores of shadow." For God's sakes, let's go home. Peculiar's always going to be here, and well, we'll be going down 70 westbound before too long anyhow. Maybe you let me drive the last leg of this one, friend. I'd like to sit and look out the window. Maybe try on this lip gloss. I sure wish I knew what we were supposed to do with ourselves. If you get any bright ideas out there and sleep doesn't take you, I sure hope you let me know. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for having me out here tonight. I'll be back by the bathrooms and